Let's make Hagrid's umbrella. I do have a sheet available that you can download from my website if you want a guide on how to make the circle that I have right in front of me here. We need some cloth, just some cotton sheet is fine. You will need to cut out this circle that I have available in the template I mentioned on my website, and you will need that to cut that out on a sturdier piece of card. Then you also need some ribbon, some hot glue, you will need some scissors, of course, and a lighter. You will also need some pliers and some paint brushes and some paint. Let's get started. I first measure out this dowel to be 3 inches long and I cut it down with some pliers. That is why I need the pliers. I then sand that down so it doesn't have any rough edges. I also sand it down the top a little bit so it's not as pointy. You are then going to cut down this piece of fabric. Just cotton is fine, t-shirt material is fine, anything really, and you are going to paint it. Unless you want a different color umbrella, I'm going to make mine pink to make it look like Hagrid's. I am just going to paint one side just with acrylic paint. I will keep the circle on top and then cut around that with scissors. Now in the middle of the circle there is a star and you're going to go over that with a knife and cut those lines. Oh, by the way, the cloth is underneath, so you'll be cutting through the paper and the cloth at the same time. And then you should end up with something like this. This is so the top of the dowel can go through it. First, we're going to paint the dowel, and only partially, because only the bits that we can see need to be painted, and I'm going to paint them black. I believe there's a little more detail on there with some gold paint, so I'm going to paint a line at the bottom and a gold line at the top as well. And now we get to the tricky part, gluing the fabric onto the dowel. You can safely hold the dowel at the top and just slightly underneath, about 1 centimeter underneath that, you're going to put the glue down and you're going to stop 1 centimeter before the end. So that's about 1/4 inch. And then you're going to put that umbrella top on, or the umbrella cloth on, just like this. And you're going to do that on the opposite side as well and fold the umbrella cloth down again. Moving on to the inside, you're going to glue onto the cloth because that's just the easiest part to reach. Just drawing a straight line with that glue and gluing that onto the dowel. Don't worry, this should not be too hot to touch. And you'll need to do that on the other side as well. We're not done yet. We're going to fold these parts in as well. So using the same technique, you're going to put the, I was going to say wood glue, but we're using hot glue here. You're going to put the hot glue all the way on the inside for as much as you can. Just make sure it doesn't spill out when you glue it down. And then you will glue this part down like so it's flat, and then you can kind of shape it. You can see that I leave some opening open at the bottom just to make it look a little bit more natural, like an umbrella, and you're going to do this for all 4 sides. This is what you should have, and now you can shape it. And what I did is just twisting it in between my hands, and this will give it that twisted shape that it has. It doesn't have a strap or anything around it, but of course by all means you can add this if you would like to. I want to hang it with this ribbon, so I'm cutting the ribbon in an angle so the umbrella kind of hangs on an angle. I'm just going to make sure that the ends won't fray, putting some hot glue on it and putting the ends together. And then I'm adding more hot glue to glue it into one of the folds of the umbrella. I hope you enjoyed this installment of the Harry Potter ornaments. There are still many more to follow in the weeks to come. I really like how this little umbrella turned out. All my social media can be found in the description box below, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell notification button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and of course become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!